Todd Chrisley attacked over daughter Chloe being biracial. August 24, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Former Chrisley Knows Best star Todd Chrisley is speaking out over being attacked due to his daughter being biracial. He detailed his past with other ethnicities and how it was never a problem. Yet that all changed when Chloe came along, and it has been anything but easy. Keep reading for more details. For many years, Todd Chrisley was a father to his own children. Then his son, Kyle Chrisley, had a daughter, Chloe, but he and his partner were unfit. Therefore, Todd and his wife, Julie Chrisley, stepped up and adopted Chloe, going from grandparents to new parents all over again. They did not think twice, as she was so precious and special to the family. When the couple headed to prison, their older daughter, Savannah Chrisley, took custody of Chloe. The biggest problem was when Savannah was referred to as Chloe's aunt and her parents as her grandparents. That always hurt Chloe to the core, but she is extremely resilient and feels even better now that Todd and Julie have been released. Todd is speaking out anywhere he can and just appeared on Kandi Burruss's podcast. It was there that he shared that he never had a problem with his son, Kyle, dating black women. However, some of the ladies were questionable, and he wished Kyle would want better for himself. Then Kyle had Chloe, and Todd was lambasted for her being biracial. That was when he saw how the community shamed him, mainly because they saw a biracial child being raised in a white environment. The fear was that she would not be connected to her background, and Savannah was attacked for this as well. She filmed herself and Chloe at Target getting hair supplies, and followers noted that they were in the wrong place. Todd Chrisley never felt there was an issue until he became her parent, and that was when the backlash began. He now recognizes that Chloe may need more than he can give her. Fixing the problem. Todd Chrisley shared that he has gotten Chloe a black nanny and therapist as a way for her to not lose her identity. This is his way of trying all he can to give back to the little girl who loves him so much. So, after hearing what Todd went through, were fans empathetic or did they not care? He loved that little girl. I'd see what y'all say. Todd said he will drag you behind his Chloe and his kids' child, and I thank ya. They love that baby. I love how they take care of Chloe. Was never a question. They scooped that baby up immediately. Some were shocked as they thought Julie and Todd Chrisley had adopted Chloe. They had no clue she was his son's daughter, but she has found the best home for her, and Todd will fight for her all the way. Are you surprised that Todd was attacked for Chloe, or does it make some sense? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Attacked over daughter Chloe being biracial. A family under fire. Todd Chrisley was used to being in the spotlight. Reality TV had made him a household name, a flamboyant patriarch with a penchant for charm, theatrics, and controversy. But nothing could have prepared him for the storm that erupted after a seemingly simple family photo went viral. It was a quiet Sunday morning in the Chrisley household. Todd sipped his coffee in his luxurious kitchen while Chloe, his youngest daughter, sat at the island scrolling through her phone. The family had recently shared a casual picture on social media. Todd, his wife Julie, Chloe, and the rest of the family at a weekend brunch, laughing, posing naturally. The photo was innocent, a snapshot of happiness. Yet, within hours, it became the epicenter of an online debate that would shake the Chrisley name to its core. The social media firestorm. The photo itself showed Chloe smiling radiantly, her features reflecting her biracial heritage. Comment sections quickly filled with messages, some supportive, but many venomous. Users questioned Todd's parenting choices, labeling him out of touch or performing for the cameras, and, shockingly, some crossed into outright racially charged attacks. Todd stared at the comments in disbelief. "Julie, did you see this?" he asked, voice tight. Julie leaned over his shoulder, scrolling. "It's bad, but Chloe is strong. She'll be fine." But Todd wasn't so sure. He had faced criticism before, financial scandals, reality TV drama, even legal battles. But this felt personal in a way that was unfamiliar. The criticism wasn't about him, it was about his daughter. Chloe, his baby girl, was suddenly the target of a public discourse she hadn't asked to be a part of. Chloe steps forward. Chloe, aware of the online storm, had retreated to her room. Her phone buzzed incessantly with notifications, and the voices of strangers criticizing her very existence were hard to ignore. Yet she was determined. She wanted to speak her truth. She posted a video on her social media account, her hands trembling slightly but her voice steady. "I am Chloe Chrisley. I am proud of my heritage. I am proud to be biracial. My family loves me, and nothing anyone says can change that. I won't apologize for who I am." The response was immediate. Thousands of supportive messages poured in, many from young people who shared similar experiences. Chloe's bravery sparked a larger conversation about identity, family, and the responsibilities of public figures. Todd's struggle. Todd, meanwhile, felt an anger that he couldn't quite process. As a father, he wanted to protect Chloe from every injustice, but the reality was that the internet was beyond his control. He called his publicist demanding a response, a way to defend his family from the attacks. "People are attacking her for the color of her skin," Todd said, his voice tight with emotion. "I've defended this family against everything: financial ruin, public scrutiny, lies, but now it's my daughter they're targeting. How do I fight that?" Julie placed a hand on his shoulder. "We fight it together, and we let Chloe's voice be heard. She's stronger than the critics." But Todd wasn't so sure. He had faced criticism before: financial scandals, reality TV drama, even legal battles. But this felt personal in a way that was unfamiliar. The criticism wasn't about him, it was about his daughter. Chloe, his baby girl, was suddenly the target of a public discourse she hadn't asked to be a part of. Chloe steps forward. Chloe, aware of the online storm, had retreated to her room. Her phone buzzed incessantly with notifications, and the voices of strangers criticizing her very existence were hard to ignore. Yet she was determined. She wanted to speak her truth. She posted a video on her social media account, her hands trembling slightly but her voice steady. "I am Chloe Chrisley. I am proud of my heritage. I am proud to be biracial. My family loves me, and nothing anyone says can change that. I won't apologize for who I am." The response was immediate. Thousands of supportive messages poured in, many from young people who shared similar experiences. Chloe's bravery sparked a larger conversation about identity, family, and the responsibilities of public figures. Todd's struggle. Todd, meanwhile, felt an anger that he couldn't quite process. As a father, he wanted to protect Chloe from every injustice, but the reality was that the internet was beyond his control. He called his publicist, demanding a response, a way to defend his family from the attacks. "People are attacking her for the color of her skin," Todd said, his voice tight with emotion. "I've defended this family against everything: financial ruin, public scrutiny, lies, but now it's my daughter they're targeting. How do I fight that?" Julie placed a hand on his shoulder. "We fight it together, and we let Chloe's voice be heard. She's stronger than the critics." A national debate. The story caught national media attention. Talk shows debated the role of social media in amplifying racial bias. Pundits discussed the unique challenges biracial children face growing up in the public eye. Todd appeared on interviews, visibly emotional, advocating for Chloe and all children subjected to online hate. "This isn't just about my daughter," Todd said during a televised segment. "It's about every parent who wants to protect their child from ignorance, prejudice, and hate. Chloe is my daughter, and she deserves to be loved for who she is, not attacked for it." Family unity. Inside the Chrisley household, the family rallied together. Chase, Kyle, and Lindsay reached out to Chloe, offering words of support. The family held late-night discussions about race, identity, and privilege, real conversations they had never had on reality TV. Todd realized that the attacks, while cruel, had forced a deeper connection within the family. Chloe, inspired by the outpouring of support, decided to start a foundation focused on supporting biracial youth navigating identity challenges. Her initiative attracted celebrities, educators, and activists, turning a moment of pain into a platform for positive change. The turning point. Months later, the initial storm had calmed, but the scars lingered. Todd and Julie had learned to navigate public criticism with a renewed sense of purpose. Chloe had grown more resilient, embracing her heritage and using her voice to make a difference. The family emerged stronger, united not just by love, but by a shared commitment to fighting ignorance and prejudice. In a reflective moment, Todd sat down for an interview with a major magazine. "This experience taught me that fame doesn't protect you from hate," he said, "but love does. And as a parent, I will fight for that love every single day.
Chloe taught me more about courage than I ever could have taught her about life. Epilogue. The Chrisley family's story became more than a reality TV saga. It became a conversation starter, a lesson in empathy, and a reminder of the enduring power of family. Todd's public image evolved from a controversial reality star to a father willing to confront societal prejudice head-on. Chloe, once a quiet observer of her own family drama, became a symbol of courage for young people everywhere. And while the attacks never fully disappeared, neither did the love, resilience, and determination that defined the Chrisleys. In the end, the family proved that while social media might amplify hate, it could never overpower the bond of those who truly
mornings
support
in the
one
Chrisley
another.
household were usually calm, a rare moment of peace in a life filled with cameras, public scrutiny, and endless drama. Todd sat at the granite kitchen island, a steaming cup of coffee in hand, scrolling through his phone. Julie moved around the kitchen with effortless grace, flipping pancakes and calling the dogs away from the counter. Chloe, Todd's youngest, perched on a stool, her headphones around her neck, laughing softly at something on her phone. It had been a casual weekend bunch, nothing staged, nothing planned. The family had snapped a quick photo before digging into their meal. Todd in a crisp white shirt, Julie radiant in a pastel dress, and Chloe with her trademark smile that combined mischief and charm. Todd thought nothing of posting it on social media. But within hours, the post exploded. Todd's eyes widened as he scrolled. "Julie, you need to see this," he said, his voice tight. Julie leaned over, her expression darkening as she read the comments. "Oh, Todd." Some were supportive. "Chloe looks beautiful, proud of your family." Others were critical, but what made Todd's stomach drop were the racially charged remarks. Users questioned Chloe's identity, labeling her with cruel stereotypes and implying Todd had failed as a father for having a biracial daughter. Todd slammed the phone down. "People are out of control. They're attacking her for nothing." Chloe, who had been quietly scrolling, looked up. "Dad, it's just the internet," she said softly, though the tremor in her voice betrayed her own unease. "Just the internet?" Todd shot back, his hands gripping the edge of the counter. "Chloe, these aren't just comments. They're attacks. On you, on your heritage, on everything you are." Julie reached out, placing a calming hand on his arm. "Todd, Chloe's strong. She's been strong her whole life. We raised her to be confident, to stand tall." Todd shook his head. "I fought lawyers, I fought cameras, I fought public opinion. But this is my daughter, and I can't fight strangers on the internet with words alone." Chloe retreated to her room, the familiar comfort of her space doing little to soothe the storm raging inside her. Her phone buzzed incessantly, alerts, notifications, messages pouring in from strangers questioning her very existence. It felt like the walls of her room were closing in. After a long pause, she took a deep breath and recorded a video. The screen illuminated her face, a mixture of nervousness and determination. "Hi, I'm Chloe Chrisley. I know a lot of people are talking about me right now, and yes, I'm biracial. I'm proud of my heritage, proud of who I am, and proud to be part of my family. My parents love me, my family supports me, and that's what matters. I won't apologize for being me, and neither should anyone else." Posting the video was terrifying. Chloe braced herself for backlash, for more cruel comments. But the response was overwhelming in a way she hadn't anticipated. Messages of support poured in from people around the world, many sharing their own stories of growing up biracial, feeling caught between worlds. Todd watched the video with tears in his eyes. "Julie, she's incredible," he whispered. Julie nodded, squeezing his hand. "She learned it from you." Todd struggled with feelings he hadn't experienced before. Public criticism was nothing new. He had faced financial scandals, legal challenges, and media scrutiny. But this was personal. He called his publicist. "I need something, a statement, anything. They're attacking Chloe. They're attacking my daughter. I can't sit back and watch." The publicist, calm and collected, replied, "Todd, you need to let Chloe's voice lead this. The more we try to defend her, the more it becomes about you." Todd's hands shook. "But she's my little girl. I can't let them speak like this about her." Julie interjected, gentle but firm. "Todd, fighting with strangers online won't help. Chloe's strength is her truth. Let her voice be the shield." Within days, the story had exploded into national news.
Morning shows, late-night talk shows, and online platforms debated the viral photo and the ensuing attacks. Pundits discussed the challenges biracial children face growing up in the public eye, the dangers of social media, and the responsibility of public figures. Todd, usually unflappable in interviews, appeared on television, his emotions raw. "This isn't just about my daughter," he said, his voice breaking. "This is about every child who's attacked for something they cannot control. Chloe is my daughter, and she deserves to be celebrated for who she is, not vilified for it." The interview sparked even more support for Chloe, with many praising Todd for standing by her. But the attacks hadn't disappeared entirely. They had just become more measured, layered, and persistent. Inside the Chrisley home, the family came together like never before. Late-night conversations stretched into hours, exploring race, identity, privilege, and the weight of being in the public eye. Todd realized that the attacks, while cruel, had forced a deeper, more meaningful dialogue within the family. Chase and Kyle offered advice, sharing their own experiences with scrutiny, while Lindsay expressed regret that the family had not always addressed these topics openly before. Chloe listened, learned, and contributed, finding her voice in discussions that once would have made her feel invisible. "I feel like I understand myself better," Chloe said one night, a soft smile on her lips. "I know who I am, and I know my family loves me. That's enough." Todd pulled her into a hug. "You've taught me more about courage than I ever taught you about life, Chloe."